This year's draft is different. It will come at a different time, in the middle of a pandemic, without the finish of the NCAA season, leaving many seniors not being able to live out their final days as a collegiate athlete. With this being the reality, the fact this draft is shallow, up and down, has helped Wiseman's stranglehold near the top to be a bit of luck. But where he's actually drafted will depend more on what particular team system he fits into better, and also the team's mentality and roles than his athletic ability. He may be a plug-in starter for some squads like Golden State, but on the other end, he may be a productive role player as opposed to a franchise-altering stud. Other teams, such as Detroit or New York, where he will struggle with wins and losses initially, may also be another good fit for him. Detroit no longer has Andre Drummond, and without a superstar, Blake Griffin is a star, not superstar, he has the chance to really make a big name for himself. Plus, in New York, the idea of building around Wiseman and RJ Barrett would be a very enticing opportunity for them. I usually question everything in life, and quite skeptical, especially when it comes to unproven players who have a lot of buzz around them. But I like Wiseman's chances in the NBA, especially with the right team, system, and surroundings. James Wiseman is a 7'1", 235-pound monster who could be the key piece for a team that's looking to build with young players or a team ready for a big championship run. But before we jump in, please remember that if you've enjoyed the video thus far and can't wait to see what situation would benefit James Wiseman, which team he would help the most and have the most success in, and who would develop him to become a dominant center in the league, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons and make sure to tell your friends and family about the journey we are about to embark on. Now let's dive in a bit deeper. Let me not even tiptoe around what team and situation would be best for James Wiseman. It's easy, and it's the answer for a lot of players, the Golden State Warriors. The argument to draft him is that if you combine Wiseman with the Dubs' speed and pace, he would definitely be a great addition to make them extremely dangerous again. Wiseman's college career at Memphis lasted only 3 games after he was ruled ineligible because the NCAA discovered that Memphis coach Penny Hardaway provided money to help Wiseman's family move from Nashville to Memphis in 2017. Wiseman was reinstated, but instead of returning to Memphis, he decided to withdraw from school and prepare for the NBA draft. In those 3 games, Wiseman averaged 19.7 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 3 blocks in 23 minutes. Wiseman isn't a perfect prospect, and to be fair, no one ever is, and there will always be questions surrounding the young player. If his skill and potential are paired with the right organization, the Warriors, that it can be a lethal combination and could dictate the course of the NBA for the next 3 to 5 years. James Wiseman, who some analysts have compared to Chris Bosh, heck of a comparison, is the best situation for the young man. The Dubs have a clear need at the center position, and he has all the tools you can ask for when looking for a long-term answer at the 5. A lineup with Steph, Clay, Draymond, Wiggins, and Wiseman would be just as good of a lineup as a Warriors lineup that included another superstar from trading away Wiseman and Wiggins. I mention this because that is a highly likely scenario to unfold, but the other side of this is not a lot of people are paying attention to. What could happen if Wiseman is drafted and kept by the Warriors? Honestly, I think James Wiseman would be the pick for the Golden State Warriors no matter what. There are other good prospects like Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball, but it's pretty close. They are all freaks, but most of these guys aren't NBA ready immediately, unlike LaMelo Ball. But you would know he isn't a good pick for Golden State if you see my other videos about LaMelo and the Warriors. But seriously, I'm a big believer in Wiseman and his ability. I think he could be really special within a Golden State offense. Wiseman in Golden State could immediately use his athletic talent as a rim-running center. Plus, let's not forget that Wiseman would have defensive studs surrounding him and showing him how to play, position, and defend on the other end of the court. That's where I think Wiseman can be really scary, on the defensive end. With the right system and tutelage, he will be an all-defensive player. He would have Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, best two-way player in the game, and Steve Kerr alongside all of their veteran coaches in a winning environment, really helping to mold him on the defensive end of the floor. I know the decision may already be made by the Warriors, but how do you not like that? Building with youth from the youth you've drafted and build a championship squad with. That's what every organization strives for. For Golden State, this would be a game-changing addition because picture this. They add and keep a big center like him into their jigsaw puzzle, his big body clogging lanes, running the floor, and setting big picks for all their playmakers. For Golden State and for James Wiseman, I'm thinking that drafting and keeping the young man out of Memphis is a no-brainer. How does a top pick like Wiseman handle the pressure and demands that come from being a big draft lottery pick? Well, because he is already going to a team with 3 perennial All-Stars and Wiggins, there's going to be a lot less demand on him, less expectations. Those expectancies aren't going to be there for him to suffocate or bother him on the defensive end of the floor. He doesn't need to be a team leader and scoring machine constantly on offense. And I think they could really maximize some of his strengths and allow him to develop stress-free in a really good and thriving environment. Are there any red flags? Sure, there always are. His passing skills can be worked on, but then again, the Warriors are a perfect setup for him to learn and grow without having the demands of being a top guy. Golden State is smart. What they will do is showcase his strengths and help him with where he needs growth. To me, that is a win-win situation. It's no surprise anymore that the Golden State Warriors will be picking with the number 2 overall pick, and it should be James Wiseman's number 1 destination. Between the players who will be surrounding him, the system that they run, the fact that they can cover up his flaws while showing off his skills, making him a winner within an already proven organization, and surrounding him with the NBA's best is how James Wiseman will succeed in this league. And that's why his best situation is to be drafted and kept by the Golden State Warriors.